anybody who's watching. Welcome back to my channel. It is Amanda, and today we're going to talk about read alouds in our homeschool. And these obviously don't have to be read aloud, just for homeschool purposes. If you have read aloud time with your child, or if there's books that you want your child to read, these are just some that we're reading this year that I'm reading out loud to my girls. My children are 5 and 8, and so we're reading through these. I picked them myself. They were just different books. Some I've read, some I haven't read, but I've read a lot of reviews on, and some of them have movies to go along with them, so I thought it'd be fun to read the book and watch the movie and kind of compare. So let me just get started. So we are reading The One and Only Ivan, and this is about a gorilla who lives in a shopping mall. And so that's kind of who's telling the story. This has been made into a movie, so as soon as we finish this one, we are going to watch the movie. So I'm looking forward to finishing it. It seems pretty good so far. It's interesting because the writing in it is, it's just, it goes really quick. Like reading it, it's not heavy. It seems like a really good book, especially for the ages of my girls. So, so far, recommend that one. We have, this is supposed to be one towards the end of our school year that I have scheduled. This is Frindle by Andrew Clements. We're going to read this one. This one is a short one. It's only 100 pages, 105, I think. Yeah, it's a really short book, so it should be a really quick read. We should be able to get through it in less than a week. So Frindle, I've read some other stuff by Andrew Clements in my classroom, so I think that one will be good. We are going to do A Wrinkle in Time. This has also been made into a movie. I know I read her books when I was in school. There was a couple of her books that I read, so we are going to read this one. It says, out of this wild night, a strange visitor comes to the Murray house and beckons Meg, her brother Charles Wallace, and their friend Calvin O'Keefe on a most dangerous and extraordinary adventure, one that will threaten their lives and our universe. So, sounds interesting. I like adventurous books, and my girls do too. They kind of, it keeps their attention a little bit more. So, that one should be good. Now this one I've read before. This is the BFG. It's very funny. This is also a movie, and I think we've already watched the movie a few years ago. But this one's really funny. Some of the vocabulary in it is hilarious. You know, we laugh as we read through this one. So this is going to be one that will be really fun to read. This will probably be like a January to beat away the cold weather, dreary blues. We'll read that one. I also, and this is going to be towards the end of our year too, The Lemonade War. We're going to read this one by Jacqueline Davies, I believe. And this is a series. Evan Tresky is people smart. He's good at talking to people, even grown-ups. His younger sister, Jessie, on the other hand, is math smart, but not especially good at understanding people. She knows that feelings are her weakest subject, so when their lemonade war begins, there's no telling who will win, or if their fight will ever win. So this should be interesting. Sibling rivalry is always a good topic. Alright, we're going some old school with this one. The Tale of Despero. I love her. I love her books. We've got this one by her. We're also doing Because of Winn-Dixie, which I have read before, but I've never watched the movie for Winn-Dixie. We're also doing The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. So there's 3. I think that's all by her. Yes. So we may do an author study and really talk about similarities and differences in her works, because if you'll notice, they all have an animal character as their lead characters. So I love her books, so we are reading 3 of hers this year. Those should be interesting. This is one I've been wanting to read. Is Escape from Mr. Limoncello's, maybe, I may be saying that wrong, library. And this is a trilogy. No. Is there 3? There's either 3 or 4 of these. I don't remember. But I have them. They're just somewhere. I've got to locate all of them. But there may just be the 3. But we're going to read this one this year. I am looking forward to this one because I think this one's going to be really fun. And then we can watch the movie afterwards. I'll read the back of this one. When Kyle learns that the world's most famous game maker has designed the town's new library and is having an invitation-only lock-in on the first night, he is determined to be there. But the tricky part isn't getting into the library, it's getting out. Kyle's going to need all of his smarts because a good roll of the dice or lucky draw of the cards is not enough to win in Mr. Limoncello's library. So, this one should be really, really fun. Alright, so we also have already read, I started off with this one because we started in July, right after the 4th of July. So we quickly read The Magic Tree House number 22, Revolutionary War on Wednesday, and talked a little bit about the beginning of our country. So I think this is good. I try to throw in some Magic Tree House, and then I also get my oldest, she reads some of them on her own. So, but I like to throw in some history in our reading, which is very helpful. I've got 2 more here. If we get through all the others, then we may start on one of these, or I may just push these to next year, or maybe read them over the summer. The first one is Ophelia and the Marvelous Boy. This is the story of unlikely heroine Ophelia Jane Worthington Whittard, who doesn't believe in anything that can't be proven by science. She and her sister Alice are still grieving for their dead mother when their father takes a job in a strange museum in a city where it always snows. On her very first day in the museum, Ophelia discovers a boy locked away in a long forgotten room. He's a prisoner of Her Majesty, the Snow Queen, and he has been waiting for Ophelia's help. As Ophelia embarks on an incredible journey to rescue the boy, everything that she believes will be tested. Along the way, she learns more and more about the boy's own remarkable journey to reach her and save the world. A story within a story, this modern-day fairy tale is about the power of friendship, courage, and love, and never, ever giving up. So, I'm interested to read this. I think I may like it more than my girls do, but I think this would be a good story. And then the other one is the first book in the series Land of Stories. This one is The Wishing Spell. And then there's a whole series that goes along with these. So if they like the first one, then we may read some of the others. So we'll just see how this one goes. This one is very, very long. This one is, let's see, 438 pages, so I don't know if we'll get to this one this year. But it would be a good one for us to read in the evenings or whenever over the summer. Ophelia and the Marvelous Boy is only like 200 and some pages, so we might get through this one. So anyway, that's our book list for this year. I may go at the end of the year and talk about which ones were our favorites and which ones, you know, that I would recommend that would be good for your kids depending on their interests and likes and stuff like that. So, leave a comment down below if you have read any of these books with your kids. What were your favorites? What you're reading with your kids this year, any recommendations that I need to add to our reading list, and I'll look forward to reading those and talking to you about them. So I'll talk to y'all later. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.